our guy from the Brew Crew, Rowdy Tellez, joining us right now. Rowdy in the car, but not driving. Just want to be clear with everyone,
No.
okay?
Yeah, we're not driving. We're waiting for people, dropping people off for appointments.
All good, perfect. Rowdy, how you doing? And I just want to carry this conversation to you for a second. How shocked are you that the Cardinals are this bad right now?
Well, you guys know, season's long. Anything could happen. It's a long season. I mean, you look at it. We played Nolan early in the season, and he was struggling, and he's struggling now. But you flip over his baseball card, he's got 30 and 100 every year. So I don't think you're not looking at these first 30 games as anything crazy. You know, it's just one of those where it's like, hey, they're struggling, and they're not really bonding. Like I heard you guys saying, they're kind of rotating a lot of guys in and out. So it is what it is. But for the Brewers, it's a good sign.
As I say, deep down, Rowdy, you're cheering that they're just bad because it gives you guys start piling up games like you've done. Also, do you have any other hat than the Carhartt hat? Because didn't you wear that last time you were on with us?
He's a sponsor.
Oh, you're sponsored
No,
by
I don't know. I'm making that up.
I mean, I do have a lot of Carhartt stuff. It gets cold when I go hunting, so they kind of maybe give me a discount or maybe throw me some stuff. But if you got a problem with it, you always wear the black
I like
hat
it.
backwards.
I like it. I was going to have
Tell him.
No, I was going to have you. Well, I have to wear the same hat every day, so that's why I was kind of jealous.
Wear it forward though,
because it covers my eyes. I don't want to cover the baby blues, you know. I was wondering if you could send one to Kratz, and if you did send one, would it fit on his big head?
You know what? I do talk a lot of shit about Kratzy, but I got a dome too. You paint this thing up, it looks like a basketball. So I can't really go at him. I mean, he's got a great haircut though. I'll give him that. He's got a good haircut.
Okay.
No doubt.
Does the cheesehead fit you? Does the cheesehead? Did they get a special cheesehead for you?
Looks like a cheesehead.
That's brutal, huh? It looks tiny.
It does.
Like it's not a good look for the big fella. The kid, look, it looks like a Cheez-It. It's terrible. You know them little egg crates you'd sleep on in the minor leagues when you were grinding? Like That's what it looked like. Someone just cut it out of there.
Have you given it? We had Freddie Peralta on, and we asked him if a pitcher's ever going to get. Were you going to let a pitcher wear that at some point this year?
No, they don't deserve it. We're going to keep it for the guys that do damage.
So if Freddie Shoves goes 8 or Corbin goes 8 or even a shutout, you won't throw that on their head? It's only for hitters?
Yeah, man, they got to hit a home run. They don't do
I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
Is there DH in the National League? Yes.
I don't think that's going anywhere anytime soon.
Hey, speaking of winning things, all right, so I'm a little bit more invested in the Brewers with our whole Brew Crew show. So you guys are kind of like you guys are my guy. But I'm watching some post-game interviews, and I want to throw out some numbers for you, and I want you to tell me what these numbers are. 23.5, 24.8, 23.1, and 23.8. Do you know what those numbers are?
Yes, that's 4 people's sprint speeds, and I better hope mine's the highest.
It's not. I'll tell you who the 4 people are. All right? Because everybody who's not the national people who are not watching this, Rowdy he's been watching, he's been saying he's faster than Luke Voigt, and he brought Jesse Winker in like it was some kind of like rap like standoff or something. Like Jesse Winker didn't even do nothing, and he just brought him into it. He said, "Yeah, I'm faster than Jesse Winker." So Rowdy's saying he's faster than those two guys. Well, Rowdy Tellez is second slowest on this entire list with a 23.5 sprint speed. Okay?
Hey, all about
Jesse Winker's last. And guess who's ahead of you? Luke Voigt and me. My last year of my career. So wear that, kid.
Yeah, man, you know what? They must be getting sprint speeds from them like 3 U's where I don't run hard. And I mean, I don't ground out to first. I'm not running hard. That's just not happening.
What will it take? Triple?
It's like Wheeler trying to go uphill, man. You slow and steady wins the race.
What will it take to beat Kratz in a race besides money? Triple? You hitting a triple?
Beat him now.
We can.
Whoa!
Hey, we're gonna set this up for sure.
We just need a stat casket. We just need the
Yeah.
StatCast. All I've been working on is my sprint speed.
At least my StatCast still gets shown up on sprint speed.
Yeah, exactly. I just need it. I need it at the house.
Man.
Oh, we didn't hear what you said. You cut out.
I said, well, they don't have those in Pennsylvania. That's like Amish country. You guys got some weird stuff out there.
Hey, you better be careful talking about Pennsylvania. That's a little bit.
No, I can't. I'm going there. They know too.
He's got a significant other in Pennsylvania. So you guys he needs to be careful. He's a little bit PG when he's talking about Pennsylvania because that's where his father-in-law lives.
I want to go father-in-law. Yeah. We got time.
Fair. Hey, question for you. I was thinking about this in relation to you, maybe eventually in free agency. Would you ever, and you played with him, I think, would you ever say, I don't like a particular team before you hit free agency? Your boy Vladdy Jr. was like, yo, the Yankees are dead to me. Did you see that when he called them out?
Yeah, I saw, Ken Griffey said the same thing, I think, but, hey man, money talks. I'm going to be honest. Yankees are towards the bottom though, because I'd look like a little penis if I had to shave my face and wear a mustache. So it's going to be a tough look. Pinstripes are slimming. So there's like plus and minuses to it, but I don't know if I can go no facial hair, to be honest.
Come on. What did I say?
Yeah, but
I got roasted by the weirdo TikTok commenters that were like, how dare you ever challenge their facial hair policy? Most players hate it. It's stupid. Just let him be himself.
Yeah, I don't get why that's a thing. I mean, the Yankee way, and I get it, but like, dude, I mean, I feel like that really limits some guys. Like, I think some guys like, I will not go to the Yankees because I don't want to follow rules, or like, don't want to wear certain cleats, or I don't, like the haircut thing. I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, like I said, money talks.
Yeah, if they came to you and said, hey, here's 20 extra million, you'd shave your face in 5 seconds and be like, where do I sign?
Dude, I'd look like an idiot for 20 extra million.
Exactly.
We all would.
Yeah, exactly.
I might grow my cul-de-sac hair right back out.
Uh-oh. Wait, can we take the hat off? What kind of
He's got the U.
It's fresh. It's fresh right now. So I got nothing going.
It's a great bald
yeah,
head.
I'm right here. Straight line back.
Really?
Yeah, it's not good, dude. It's really
beautiful.
It's not like the hair halo that kind of is a circle and you have a little spot left in the front still. It's just right in the middle.
No, I do. I have a little spot right here that still grows. It's called the Island. I got those. It's tropical. It's a good place though. But yeah, if I could let this go and have a full Friar Tuck, it'd be pretty good. I know the San Diego Padres mascot kind of wears me out about it because he says we look the same, and so does my manager and bench coach. They tell me that's my brother. But it's part of it.
Does the mascot actually talk to you? Like he comes up to you and says something?
No, he looked at me in San Diego and he did the old like, and then pointed at him and then back and forth, and I was like, "Hey, dude, hey man, you might have a better body than me, but I bet you I could beat you in sprint speed."
Hey, could you beat Murph? Could you beat Pat Murphy, the bench coach for you guys? Could you beat him in the? I had to say his whole name because we talked about a player earlier that didn't know his bench coach's name, so I had to say Pat Murphy, your bench coach.
No, yeah, I could definitely beat Murph. Murph's a character. He's probably one of my favorite baseball people that I've come across in my entire time as a professional baseball player. He is a treat. I had popped out on like an 11 pitch at bat or something like that versus the Red Sox, and I swung like 7 of them at my chin and kept fouling them off. And I came back in after I popped up the one that was a strike, and I was like, came in and I was like, God damn it, dude, I'm swinging all these balls. What am I doing? I was like, swung like 7 in a row. Murph goes, nah, it's like 4, dude. He goes, but you can go sit down. And I was like, all right, Murph, shut the fuck up. Let me just angry for a second.
Did you now?
Then corrected, it was 5, and then walked away from me, and I was like, "All right, dude, thanks. I appreciate you just letting me fail on my own. Just let me sulk in my own pain."
If you and Voigt and Winker have your people race, as you called it, would the loser put this up? No money, nothing like that. The loser has to take a bite of the bagel that Murph has for every day game? Because you know where he stores that bagel, or maybe he doesn't anymore since he's healthy.
Yeah, well, it's there. I don't know how often he does it every day game. He's gotten back to back. So I've been 2 opening days with the Brewers, and we've gotten people, and they have no idea. He'll do it in spring training early, wake the guys up. But I mean, that would be a good one. Just walk up to Murph and say, "Hey, like, I need a bite of your bagel or something, or pancake."
That might be some knocks. Tell people where Murph keeps the bagel.
Keeps it in his pocket.
No, he doesn't. You're such a liar.
Front pocket. That dude is something else, man. And he's like he's like one of the dudes where all the utensils are out to pull out food and spread. And he's just like, oh, I got a hand, and I just like grabs it with his hand. But yeah, he does store his bagel in the front pocket of his sliders. So.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, exactly.
Murph is
That's
legendary.
how you toast it.
Yeah, slightly toasted. Murph is legendary. You've obviously seen the Jeff Francoeur story when you had him in AAA.
Yes.
They told him the dude was deaf.
The kid was deaf. Yes.
Yes, that is one of the. Have you heard that story?
Yes.
That is one. And if you ask Frenchie about it, Frenchie is so nice and so. I don't want to call Frenchie dumb, but he's so nice and so
just naive.
Gullible.
Just naive.
Like, slightly naive.
He's gullible. They told Frenchie that this kid was deaf in AAA, and it lasted for like 3 months. It wasn't like a couple days. And finally, they told him, and no way. If you haven't seen it, Google it.
Google it.
It's worth your 5 minutes.
I heard the story for the first time when we were playing the Braves in the playoffs, and Frenchie was doing the broadcast. And we had Jace Peterson on our team, and Jace played with Frenchie on that team. So, like, something came up, and then the story came up, and I was like, the story goes through the whole thing, and I'm looking at Frenchie, and I'm like, dude, there's no way. Come on, man. Like, please tell me at some point you thought this isn't real. He's like, no, dude, I thought it was real. I was like, dude, let's have some common sense here. But you're right. He's like so nice. It's just hard to like, can't say anything to him. It was just funny though. It's a great story. Murph's got a lot of good stories. So Murph was Craig Counsell's head coach at Notre Dame when he played college baseball there. So I got some good, like, I asked Counsell, I was like, hey man, how was Murph as a college coach? And he was like, hated him. Burning passion, hated the guy. And I was like, oh, so you hated him so much you brought him back to be your bench coach for the last 8 years. And he was like, yeah. 25 years apart does a lot of wonders. I was like,
he used to make, I swear, I think he had Pedroia at ASU because he went from Notre Dame to ASU.
Yeah, he did.
And I think he used to make him, you ground out and you'd have to run back and give the guy a high five that was coming up to the plate. So say you hit like a fly ball, and Murph had a rule where you had to run. Ask Murph today when you see him. Say you hit a fly ball, you'd have to run by the guy coming up and give him a high five or shake his hand.
Why?
I don't know. It was
That's
weird. Pedroia told us some weird stuff, I swear, about Murph, where they had to like give him a high five.
Maybe he's just screwing with players, being like, I want to see
what they'll do.
Listen to me.
What can I get Rowdy to do tonight?
Kratzy, you played for him. You know that man. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me if he did something like that. It really wouldn't.
Oh, for sure. He definitely he's somebody we got to have on here for sure to round out our.
He would love to. He's all about it. And then, I mean, this guy's like 60-something years old, and he talks shit like he's played 25 years in the big leagues and he's got 2 pensions for some reason. He's been in the Hall of Fame. I don't do it, and it is hilarious. Doesn't matter who. We call him the ambassador. He's the ambassador for the Brewers because whoever we play, he goes and talks to the best player on that team. That's what he does.
He's fearless. Yeah.
He played the Angels, and he was talking to Ohtani, and I looked at Murph. He doesn't know what the fuck you're saying, dude. And he was like, no. Universal language. I'm like, no, Murph. He doesn't even know you.
What did he say to him? What did he have a conversation with Ohtani about?
I don't know. Ohtani's the best player on that team. Probably, or Mike, who we call Mark Trout, because I just don't want him to know he's the best player in the game, so I do call him by a wrong name.
At first?
Sometimes. I call Bryce Harper Bruce Harper, just to let him know.
Kratzy,
knew that,
brought
Scott.
that up. Yeah, I did.
Knew that,
I
Scott.
did. What did they say when you say that to them?
Usually they ask me if this is my first year playing, or they. But you know,
It's okay.
if you give it out, you got to be able to handle it. So
No, I love that. Did
good.
you hear, Rowdy? Did you hear about this past week the White Sox broadcaster Steve Stone calling out Lance Lynn? And hey, White Sox have been going through some shit, but he was like, "Oh, he needs to eat more salads," calling out Lynn. Did you hear about that?
No, I did not. But you said the White Sox are going through some shit. Their announcer does say some dumb stuff too, though. Sorry, AJ. I know you played there for a while, but like, I think it's a different announcer too, huh?
No, it's the same one. Steve
the same
Stone. He's
guy?
been
A long
there-
time.
Yeah, same guy. Yeah. Wears makeup everywhere he goes, 24 hours a day. Yeah, same guy.
Really?
Yeah, he said that Lance Lynn needs to work on his cardiovascular and mix in some salads. Not a salad, salads with an S.
See, now
And-
that's fine if you're saying it about yourself. Like I need to eat some salads, which I do. It's not a big deal. Or like I told Wolfie, the umpire, Jim Wolf, you guys know him. He's jacked, wears the tightest shirt in any umpire. And I saw him, I was like, hey man, you're looking a little fat. And I sent over some candy bars. And in Milwaukee, like the clubhouse to the umpire's room is like, you can deliver it yourself, which I didn't. And then, so I sent over a couple of candy bars and he like saw me and started laughing. And then the next day he sent over a big old cup of shredded lettuce. And he goes, you could use this. And I was like, all right, dude. Good. It's good, man. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think Lance is not too worried about his salad consumption. I think he throws well enough.
It's all about how you play on the field, right?
Yeah. It don't matter how you look in a uni as long as you're putting up numbers.
Absolutely. Hitting dingers, which you are. But we had a guest on earlier, and I asked him, well, we've had a couple of them. I asked him, you got to take 3 teammates from your team. 1 you got to cut, 1 you got to trade, and 1 you got to room with. Who are the 3 from the Brewers for you?
Dude, that's kind of, you guys always put me on the spot with these questions.
It's just Kratz. He's a punk.
It's just me.
Yeah, notice
I don't do that.
We don't do that.
Yeah.
Just me.
1 teammate, trying to think.
Kratz, tell him who
put
called
down,
him out.
You got put down for 2 of them already, so just so you know.
Who was it?
I'm not telling him. I don't want to change his answer.
I think Yelly's the one I'm gonna room with.
Because you don't have to pay for anything?
Exactly. Nailed it. What was the other 2? Cut and what?
Trade.
I'm gonna. Corbin Burns said it.
What?
I don't know. Somebody popped on the screen and said
Oh.
something.
Whoa!
That wasn't us. That's the behind the scenes crew.
Whoa!
Production staff outed. Don't be MLB editing shit.
Wow.
This is Oakland A's all over.
Wow.
I would.
Was it
I
a
would
female
cut-
voice or a male voice?
I would cut Eric Lauer.
Okay.
He just needs to go. And then I think I would trade Garrett Mitchell.
Okay.
I think we can get some good TikTok stars in return for him.
Forget prospects. We want TikTok people.
Yeah, we need
good.
entertainment.
Hey,
But
Rowdy,
yeah, it was Burns. Burns
course.
said, I just want to cut Rowdy just because it sounds like fun, and I think he said he would trade you because that would be fun too.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Burnsy can have his time to shine. I'll let him have it. He's been clowning on me for a while. Just wait till he throws one of those 100-mile-an-hour balls over to first and I miss it again.
Did I hear a glove issue from this past weekend, and then you have a new assistant named Bryce Terang? Is that all true?
Yeah, so like I've used the same glove my entire career until this year. It was the first year I've used a different glove. And I was just warming up the infield, first inning of the game, yesterday. First inning of the game. And the hitter gets to 3-2, and I look down at my glove to like pull the string to tighten it a little bit. No string, it's gone. There's like a hole in the middle of my like web. And I'm like, look at the umpire, I'm like, time. And he's like, do you want to take it now? And I'm like, yeah, that's why I said it. And he was like, well, the pitch is coming. And I was like, no, it's not. He's standing on the mound. So then the pitch happens. The kid fouls it off. And I'm like, time. I need a new glove. Bryce knew I was like pointing at my glove, and Bryce knew exactly what I meant. So he goes running into my locker, and thank goodness my locker is the one closest to the kitchen, which therefore is closest to the field. And he grabs 2 gloves and comes running back out. And I was like, no, neither of those are broken in. They're just like gloves that are not really broken in. I was like, go grab my old gamer, the 10-year-old one. I was like, and it's in the box. So he pulls out like the glove box and he brings it out. And he flings it to me, and I run by the first base coach, and he goes, that is the ugliest glove. And I was like, thanks, man. I didn't really need your opinion. But yeah, so I had this old crusty glove I played with the rest of the game while I get my other one relaced. But yeah, I had to bring out Old Faithful. I was scared it was going to disintegrate. Thing's old.
Well, thanks to Bryce.
Who was the coach? First of all, who was the umpire?
And Gabe Morales.
Why didn't they let you have time? You could only one disengagement from the first baseman per game, or one timeout per game.
I don't know. You know, umpires, they want to have some control. He's sorry. He's just sorry.
We get it. We get it.
Yeah. The coach was I don't know his first name, but Mayshore with the Angels.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I don't know his first name.
Justin.
Sure.
I say Damon. Wasn't there a Damon Mayshore?
Damon?
Damon Mayshore? Didn't he play?
I don't know.
Oh.
Johnny's down the street, but Damon. All right, I got one more. Because we haven't talked to you since. You continue to pulverize the Red Sox. And do you wish you played them more?
So I do, yes.
Yankees play them all the time.
Yeah, but
Yankees play them all the time.
It's not worth the shade.
I told you I would trade looking like a penis for a lot of things. Probably to play the Red Sox a little bit more. No, their media came up to me, and he was like, one of their guys was like, do you like playing the Red Sox? And I was like, yeah. And he goes, why? I was like, I don't know, they give up homers. And he was like, yeah, but is there something about him? And I was like, no, it's just one of those teams, man. Everybody's got one team that made them that much better. And he was like, yeah, but you seemingly just always do it against the Red Sox. And I was like, yeah, I really just don't like you. That's the issue. And the guy was like, took it super serious. He was like, what do you mean? I've never talked to you. And I was like, yeah, it's just you, dude. It's nothing against you, but you work for the Red Sox, so therefore I don't like you, so I don't like the Red Sox. And he got offended. And I was like, hey, man, at the end, I was like, it's a joke, smile, laugh. You take your job way too serious.
That's a perfect thing to say.
He was about to write some breaking article, like Rowdy targeting Red Sox media.
Man, you were about to get destroyed by the Boston media.
Fat, bald penis goes 0 for 3 in the last game. It would have been bad. They don't like me.
Actually, would have upped your value, though, if they wrote that. Yankees would have been.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then he asked me, he was like, would you ever play for the Red Sox? He was like, that's one way to stop you. And I was like, no, because then I wouldn't be good. I was like, I'll never play. Maybe that
would bring your career numbers down.
Sox.
Yeah. You're perfect. You're perfect for the Brewers. You know you're perfect for the Brewers.
Dude, I've inspired every 46-year-old plumber that goes out for a Sunday league game. He's like, I can do it. They all wear number 11 now, so they look even smaller because I have like single ones, dude, do not look good on my back. It's a big back. It's a little skinny number. It doesn't work, but I you know what? I roll with the punches, but I've inspired some real dudes that have blown out their hamstrings on their Sunday league games thinking I could be Rowdy Tellez. Same hair, same body.
All throughout Milwaukee. Speaking of Milwaukee, did you see the cheese race?
Yeah. Do you want me to comment on it?
I do want you to comment on it.
No, we don't.
That was the dumbest thing I think I've seen on a baseball field in the big leagues. I've seen some dumb things in the minor leagues because, it's cheesy, but that was dumb. And they came, and, like, the social media person, she was like, what do you think of that? I was like, I think that was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in a baseball game. Like, that was a legitimate waste of time. We could have done so much better. We could have done, like, a beer chugging contest. We could have done a cheese eating something. Like I said, instead you had a fat Cheez-It running around, tripping and falling, letting the fan win. I was like, can we have an original thought just once? Like, not try and copy the freeze? Like, can we just one original thought?
They do. They have the sausage race.
Yeah, the sausage race.
Yeah, that was like, and then they're trying way too hard. Sausage race is cool.
Have you gotten into a sausage? Have you gotten into a sausage yet?
No, I don't know if I'd fit. To be
honest.
Which
one? Well, if you could, which one would you be?
Which one do you think I'd be?
Chorizo.
I figured. I loved where your head's at.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
what's
exactly
an original idea? Give me
It's
something.
because it's Mexican. It's because it's Mexican. It's cool, but I would have gone there too.
Listen, I'm Polish. I would have been the Polish. That's just
That's
what
why I
you
said
want
I
to
love
do.
where your head's at.
Yeah,
Those are the subtle chirps that nobody really gets. They're like, oh yeah, chorizo, that's cool. Like maybe because he's brown. No, not because it's just he's Mexican. But I liked it. Those are the good ones.
Well, last time when we had you on, you were playing for Team Mexico. You were talking about tequila and fiesta. So I figured chorizo, mixed in chorizo, tequila, fiesta. You got a hell of a fiesta.
Yeah.
Then we get some queso fundido dip or something, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
All right. So last thing, Rowdy, before you jump, give me one original idea that you would want to implement if you were head of marketing.
I would do something like maybe you chug a beer, then you do the old spin around head on the bat, put on some drunk goggles, make a run for it, and try and cut cheese. Like cut a piece of cheese at the end, eat it, and then have to run through a line. That'd be sick.
There'd be so many
Might have to
lawsuits.
replace some ACLs at the end, but it'll be good.
Not to mention, you need a knife to cut the cheese, and you spun around, chugged a beer,
And you're
and
wearing
have
those
the goggles on.
those
And that's
goggles.
the game. You could still lose a finger and win. It's just how bad do you want it?
The ultimate waiver would have to be signed.
I was going to say, I can only imagine the waiver.
Never. MLB can't even show a sign saying sell the team in Oakland. Do you think they're going to allow that?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I turned on the TV and I was watching some highlights in the basketball games, and that popped up on ESPN, and I was like, that's brutal that they had to turn that and like edit it, and they couldn't have it on TV. I was like, that's not cool.
No,
it's just
no.
Wait, do the Brewers go to Oakland this year? Do you guys go to Oakland this year?
No, they come to us.
Oh, darn it! I was gonna make sure we talked to you after. I wanted the full report on the Oakland Coliseum when you went there.
Dude, I've played in the Coliseum. For the first time I ever played in the Coliseum, it was the first time I'd ever played on the West Coast, as a in general and just in pro ball since high school. And we played 4 games, and I had 350 people at each game.
So you had half the stands.
Yeah, we had 2 sections sold out. My dad called and was like, "Hey, my son's playing. We're from it's the closest he's been. We're like an hour and 20 minutes away. Can I buy a couple sections?" They're like, "Yeah," and they were like $7 a ticket. And so we had a bunch of family, bunch of friends, and it was just like, it was crazy. We had like a big cookout after the game. The cops kicked us out. We were in the parking lot just having a good time, like not doing anything wrong, and cops kicked us out. I thought like maybe they thought we were illegal or something, but we all had documentation, so we were good.
I forgot Bay Area. Like you're there.
So were you an A's fan growing up? Or
no, he was Giants.
No, I was a Giants fan, dude.
Yeah.
I told you I asked for your autograph at a game when I was a kid, and you told me to fuck off.
There's no way I said that, but maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I got the
probably.
Hey, real quick, last one. Before like all along those lines, I train at Matt Kemp's gym in the off season in Texas, and so I had really long hair when Matt was like in his prime out there in LA, and I started a rumor in the gym, and it sounds super true. I was like 10 years old, and I showed up to a Giants game early, got into batting practice, and the Dodgers were taking batting practice, and Matt was on pace to win the MVP, and I went down there. I was like, Mr. Kemp, can you sign my ball? And he said, "Not now, fat Jesus. I'm not going to sign." And like everybody believed it. They were like, "Matt, why is this real?" And Matt was like, "No." And I was like, "Yeah, it is, dude." And I showed him the picture of me as a kid, and they were like, "This sounds real. This sounds like something Matt would do." And I was like, "You know what? It's a good rumor to start, and it really is, but it wasn't true." But
hey, Giants fans don't need any more reason to hate me, Rowdy. So we don't need to pile on them.
They don't hate you, dude.
Stories.
They don't hate you. There's a Giants jersey in the background. You're just trying to win them over again.
No, that's Bonds, though. That's Bonds.
They like Bonds.
They love Bonds. I know.
What number did you wear there?
It's retired. We can't talk about it.
Yeah.
36. Gaylord Perry.
Yeah, good. He was good too.
Yeah. I played with Matt Kemp. I could see him also doing something like that after having played with him. He could definitely say "fuck off" at Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, I didn't know you played with him. Were you in Atlanta?
In Atlanta, yeah.
Yeah. See, now like that you played with him, it sounds real.
It also sounds like something I would do, so that's kind of why I said I didn't say that. Well, maybe I did say that.
Yeah, it's okay, dude.
I'll send you an autographed ball now from Kratz. It'll make up for it.
Good.
There it is, sprint
right
speed
there.
on
That's
it.
the one I
There it
want.
is. Come full circle. Rowdy, great catching up, dude, and enjoy those appointments. And we'll talk to you in a couple weeks. All right.
Well, sounds good. Thanks for having me again, guys.
Cheers, man. Always enjoyed it.
All right.
Woo.
Thank you, guys.
Fun.
Have a good one.